got a text through Jason. He may be coming to us. But we're going to go with still working on the walk to Holland quarter, from the quarter. The doorman, as you can see, wearing an Andrade El Eagle shirt. If you're not paying attention to the wrestling industry, Andrade is probably one of the best things going right now. He's in AEW. He just wrestled the other night. I guess he beat Kenny Omega last night. So I think that puts him as number one contender for the world title. I don't know. I know there's all kinds of stuff going on, but whatever. If you're not paying attention to Andrade Eagle, then you need to, because he is phenomenal. And on that note, mentioning Andrade, you had a lot of faction Uber Nabla, which was or is in one of the, in the luchador realm, one of the best factions going. So that is one of the things, my take on WWE right now. Shit. Their product, they have great stars, their product is horrible, the stories are horrible, the Rumble actually blew dog. Why do we have rubber bands when we don't need that? Why do we, it's just fucking abysmal. Certain people are going to win the match because guys are shooting get the pushes, they aren't getting the pushes, and I don't know why. But anyway, that's one of those situations where, but paying attention to the indie circuit, NWA, you've got great talent there. You've got Brian Idol. As your television champion, Natalia Markova as your women's world champion. So that would be one of the things there. Both of them are all right. I know people say Markova is just a plastic Barbie doll. Yes, he is. Looks nasty, especially wearing that around the waist. World title. So that's one of the things where. If you need something to watch other than NWA on Roku free, you have AEW on TBS. Some of their stuff is, they've got some talent. NWA is probably one of the best deals going. He's your world champion. You've got Andrade competing for the world title. So, but you just have different things going on. But that's where I stand on that. So we're gonna go, all those situations.
I found El Camino.
Oh, El Camino!
How you doing?
Sam!
Good to see
How
you.
are you, man?
Not too bad.
Not too bad, all
Wanna
right.
Try this bomb-ass cider.
Oh, in the bedpan? Oh, yeah.
Get in the
Hey,
bed,
no. Chilling in the bedpan. So yeah, we've got El Camino joining.
What's up, folks?
We had, so Sam and I, sorry if I'm using your thing. Sam and I, we kind of bonded over a little music talk the first couple times in the bar and stuff. Sam's a big punk rock guy.
I am, and I'm, as you can imagine, very excited for the Super Bowl.
With
Green Day,
yeah,
Bunny up
yeah,
there.
okay, all right. So now I'm being told it's not actually in the arena. I think it's going to take place outside.
I think so. I haven't looked too much at where it's going to take place.
That's going to be huge, I think. So so I've got a relative. He's an in-law. I found out he's a big Misfits guy.
Okay.
Which I am too. So one of the rag sheets on Facebook, something posted some. There are 4 songs, and I don't remember the other 3, but the 4th one, because all these people were giving them props, and a loyal, I guess, well, I won't say loyal, but people consider themselves to be a true Misfit fan. Danzig is the only lead singer. Okay. I'm of the ilk because, yes, like playing Danzig, but when Michael Graves took over, those albums were very well produced.
Oh yeah.
You know, better sound, better, but it wasn't on the wasn't underground. It was more.
Yeah.
Well, so one of the songs is digging up her bones.
Yeah.
From American Psycho.
Yeah.
And all these people are like saying, okay, those four Misfit songs. I'm like, but bro, you just said Graves is terrible. But yet that is, that's a Graves song. That's a Graves song.
I feel like it becomes, I don't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good.
I feel like it comes back to the whole thing of like, you see it time and again when a band ends up sticking around for a while. Like Lincoln happened with his car, happened to, I guess it's kind of happening to Turnstile now. But just like any sort of band that sticks around for a decent amount of time, like you have the initial audience. It's like, man, I love what you all are doing. I can't wait to see where it goes. And then inevitably, people start being like, oh, this isn't the sound that you all had.
Right.
Like this is something completely different. But God forbid a band try to expand their
Thank
sound.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so we had, and I wish he was here for this because Buckeye Jason is a big Kiss fan. Okay, so, and Motley Crue playing in the background right now.
Yeah.
Perfect example right here.
Yeah.
Motley Crue through the 80s there's a big, sleazy metal, and they fired Vince Neil.
Yeah.
They put John Corabi, who was a phenomenal guitar player and a vocalist. Bring him in, and they bring out Motley Crue. Yeah, the one album with him. Me as a Crue fan, especially at the time that album came out, this metal was not in. We were on the cusp of new metal. You had Limp Bizkit was popping up. You had that scene coming. And Motley Crue with John Corabi, I think adapted really well. That album was a lot harder than anybody wants to give them credit for.
Yeah.
Now getting to Buckeye Jason with his Kiss success. Carnival of Souls was that album for them.
Okay.
And you're coming off of Revenge being that, okay. So you had that lineup coming out of the makeup, you're getting away from the glam 80s, you're coming into a more harder 90s.
Yeah.
Which Revenge started it. But Carnival of Souls, if you're familiar with anything Kiss, the 70s, 80s, do yourself a favor and get you the last, go with Asylum, Crazy Nights, Hot in the Shade, then break yourself with Revenge and Carnival of Souls. And tell me that album, Carnival of Souls in general, could not, I feel could carry on. Because they quickly went back to the makeup and did their whole whatever.
At some point, whatever makes the money.
It makes the money. But I'm a Kiss fan too. But yes, like you said, there are certain bands that were they were adjusting, adapting to the new sound. Another 80s band that did it, one of my favorites, heavy metal, Dokken. If you listen to their, okay, get their library on, and do all the 80s, and then Dysfunctional is their 96, 97 album, and you're gonna have that classic 80s metal, but then Dysfunctional kind of gives you that harder edge to it. So I love the fact that, see, that's why, because it's true music, a music fan if you're a fan of a band, you said it perfect. No matter what they try to do, they're adjusting.
They're just. They're just people too. At the end of the day, so if nothing else, they're gonna have they're not gonna want to make music about the same old stuff every time.
Right.
When you're putting all that work in and digging into a piece of your soul, however big or little, to make a piece of music and to put together an entire album. Time time waits for no one. Like you're gonna grow
Time
up.
waits for
and
no
you're,
man.
You're gonna want, like, you're not gonna be 18-year-olds forever writing about, I have no money and I'm broke and my apartment sucks.
Yeah.
And my girlfriend's great, but I don't know anything else.
Right, it's
It's like
eventually it gets better. It gets better.
It's like the thing from Nas that came up again recently of like critics always talking about like every release he's had. It's like, I mean, it's good. I like this part. I got stuff about it, but it's not the same as Illmatic. He's like, yeah, of course it's not. I'm not broke, 16 with no hope for life anymore. I kind of made it. Like I don't want to talk about that stuff anymore.
Exactly.
It's just like, just the subject matter is gonna change, the sound's gonna change. I don't know.
So did you watch any of the Grammys?
A little bit, yeah.
Did you see any of the? So did you watch the Ozzy Osbourne tribute?
Yes, yeah, I did see that.
What did you think of that?
I enjoyed it to some degree. It's because like, I mean, it's hard. Like they have, you can't not do something
Right.
for Prince of Darkness.
I actually thought it was phenomenal. I mean, I've got goosebumps just thinking about it because I am not a Post Malone fan by any means.
Same.
But
We got our own reasons about it.
exactly.
Yeah.
But that song was the perfect song, I guess. For if he's gonna be your singer,
Yeah.
to do that song
Yeah.
was perfect. I mean,
He did it well. He did it well. Right where it's due.
and Slash and the Chad from the Red Hot Chili Peppers on drums, and then you had Dustin Hagen on bass. I'm like,
I mean, they put on a great show, and I think it would have been proud.
I think so. I think so. And, I mean, it even kind of like I teared up a little bit. You know, I'm not gonna lie. Like I don't know if I told you or whatever, but on the show, on the broadcast, Ozzy was that guy when he passed. That was one of the hardest like losses. It's almost like you're losing a family member because I can remember being that teenage angst, just, you know. And then Ozzy, I always said Ozzy showed me the light inside the darkness. Like, you know, we're all 16, 17, we all get in the funk, but listening to Ozzy was like that release. It was like, you know, and then obviously when you see all, like, obviously getting older, I saw all the different video clips about what he went through as a kid, and you're like, holy shit.
Sure, yeah.
You know, it's like that, I get it, you know. So yeah, so I teared up a little bit, not gonna lie. But that was perfect. I mean, that was a phenomenal
Accidentally
performance.
filled up the beer.
Oops.
Do you want another?
This is the one that surprised me.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, every generation kind of has to have that, right? Of, like, somebody that's like, hey, so I know you're a very young, impressionable, like, teen something, 20 something, usually male, and how it runs up. Like, I know you're feeling a lot of feelings right now.
Mm-hmm.
You can either take that and be a terrible person, or we show you this positive way.
Like that was exactly what it was. It's like,
And I love the stuff that Ozzy and Youngblood got to do together too. Before
Right.
I think we talked about that.
Yeah, I think you and I talked about it, but I don't think we talked about it on the broadcast.
Yeah, just like the passing of the torch.
Oh my
Really
god.
figurative. Like,
Yeah.
It's so good. And like I personally haven't really listened to much in the way of Youngblood's music. I've heard a couple tracks.
So I went, and after the whole, now I've seen some videos from stuff that him and Machine Gun Kelly, they did some stuff together or whatever.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Which one's this one?
Oh, Rudy right here.
Okay, thank you.
That was the same beer. I just wanted more to it. It looked lonely.
But so I actually went out and bought his latest album. Zombie, I think, is on that or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a really good album.
Okay, yeah.
Now,
I haven't given him the time today that I need to.
Yeah, I mean, I won't say like the previous stuff. I haven't delved into that yet.
Mhm.
Like I said, I saw a couple of videos, and even seeing those couple of videos, you're kind of like, But then I got the album, and I was like, after seeing the performance changes at the Back to the Lab, whatever it's called, the Ozzy show, that drove me to get, all right, I'll put the album in, and it's a good album.
Okay.
I don't. I'm on my third listen on it, so it's one of those that, but every time it's like I hear something different. So, and I think you and I are on. We're kind of on the same wavelength. So I think you kind of dig it as well. But it's one of those that first listen go through, okay. Second listen, you're a little more okay.
I feel like, I don't know if you kind of go through the same timeline of listening to an album. If you really make the time to listen to it a few times. The first one you're just listening for the vibe.
Yep.
Second time you're listening more for like the lyrics.
Yep.
The third time is usually like the musical technicality.
Yep. That's exactly what I. And that's one of those things. Like having friends. Like I've had friends in bands playing music since I was 16. I'll be 55 in March. So I've had I consider myself a music snob. Like I'm that guy sitting in the table as you're playing, and I'm listening. Like I'm really listening, And I'm kind of like, okay, but no, I'll clap for you every time. You're up there doing it, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? So you got more balls than I got. But I really, cause my uncle, he played in a band called Xanthus, and it was kind of a saxophone, like they were more of a Chicago style band. And he always told me, and my other uncle who since passed, they both kind of had the saying, a good song or a good musician will move, will invoke an emotion somehow. And that's what, like, I always go back to the Ozzy showing me the light inside the darkness, because so that's what. So at a very early age, I was instead of one of my favorite albums to this day is Styx, The Grand Illusion. If you're, I mean, I don't know if you're familiar.
I had to dig through the archives.
But that album, if you listen to that album from start to finish, it's basically telling you not to be like, don't pay attention, like be you. Like there's Angry Young Man, there's The Grand Illusion, meaning don't pay attention to all the bigger picture, like focus on what. I mean, dude, there's so many great songs on that album. And then I was like 8, 9 years old back in the 70s with the big stereo headphones on. Music is a form of language to me. I convey a lot of emotions to people, and like I was one of those guys that made a mixtape for a girl back in the day. It's like it's one of those things like you make it, write on it, and then you're like, well, hey, can you get so and so's locker? Yeah, here, put that in there. And it will work out. Some did. Some did. And also when you have the heart broken, that
makes better music. I got a thing for that for a minute. But just makes me think of Midwest emo. We're just talking about like I don't know how much you listen to some Midwest emo.
I've not listened to much, but
I would highly recommend like Joyce Manor.
Okay,
they're on the forefront of my brain just because they released put out like 4 or 5 songs.
Okay,
more of an EP.
Little EP, all right.
Yeah, but like Joyce Manor, modern baseball, American football, like just that whole genre, I feel like is kind of leaning more like I guess. Is filling up this space that like metal and rock had before. Like punk is still there. Punk will never die.
No, they will not. No, it will not.
Listen, what's happening in this country, punk will never die.
No, exactly.
But no, like Midwest emo is really filling up a lot of space too. Like I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm doing with my life, but hell yeah, I'm gonna get up on a microphone. I'm gonna scream my heart out. It's not gonna be good, but damn, is it gonna be great. And it's like exactly that, especially with like the way that people are so disconnected from music anymore too. It's like big court like Spotify. I mean, there's like the big ones, Apple Music. Like there's not as much space for young people to let's pick up a guitar, like a really shitty like $100, $200 guitar with terrible amp, and like it sounds blown out and beaten up, and then their friends got some terrible little drums that they probably stole a little bit from the high school band, and then you just do like there's not as much access for that now. And so Midwest emo kind
It
of
is crazy that you're exactly right, because like growing up when I did, that was the thing. It's like you were like a pawn shop. Somebody's going to buy a guitar, and I had some. Like I said, most of my friends since I was 16 years old, they're playing in a garage. It's like they're just like, okay, it's a shitty ass acoustic guitar, and they got like my dad's old, electric guitar from the 60s or whatever. And it's like they're all just out there just beating and banging and all that shit. It's like but that's what you did.
Yeah, and then like I've seen this thing on social media recently that I've been really trying to practice in my life. Is just you can make it good later. Just make it exist.
Yeah, exactly.
That's kind of not even music.
That is what this is right here. We can make it better later. We're just making it exist. Yeah. So the whole music scene, like I'm glad you touched on, because the way things are going in this country right now, and there is another revolution that another Woodstock that's not corporate sponsored.
Yeah.
It's just somebody needs to fucking grab the ball and say, let's do this. Yeah, because the way shit's going, who the fuck knows where we're gonna be in 10 years?
Yeah. And like, I mean, Midwest emo, of course. I mean, that's just what I've been listening to.
No, that's.
But like, they're not the only ones who do it. Like, there's plenty of people in rap, R&B, hip hop, fucking punk, like just everything. There's pushes from all sorts of directions.
Yeah, because I was the one. Like, I'm a big metalhead. Alright. So I had it coming from all directions. Like I said, I had one uncle in a band playing Chicago style.
Yeah.
I had another uncle who was listening to like the Who, the Beatles, the English, and my aunt was listening to the Beatles, stuff like that. My mom was listening to like Elton John, that 70s. My dad was the Hoyt Axton, the Hank Williams Jr., the country side of things, and then somewhere in the middle, my uncle John, loving his dad, he's the one that introduced me to Styx. He's the one that had, like, I was doing the whole 70s rock. He took me my first album, which happened to be Kiss Alaska.
Okay, yeah.
But then I had the kid behind. I grew up in Paris. So I had there was a little trailer park behind my grandmother's house, and the kid who was living in the trailer behind that was in the Queen. So I'm getting all this just influence.
That is a good music community to be in, right?
Very good. And then I discovered punk music all on my own because we moved to Lexington, Mom and I, and I'm going to Picadome Elementary School, and there's a kid who's wearing this just tattered Sex Pistols bullet.
I got you.
Oh shit. The album's never mind the bullets. That was just tattered t-shirt. So I was like, so I had Mom take me, of course, back in the day, Turtle Mall record bar. We had a record store. So I'm looking in the punk section, and there it is. Never mind the bullets. It's the same. And that was blew my mind.
It reminds me that I need to get one of my goals this year is to get a record player. Just start getting physical music.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's what. I still have my old stand up. I've got the whole turntable, CD player, 2 cassette deck, equalizers, home stereo system. So that'll be cool to get that. So I was going to ask you, have you been down to the Cut Corner? Old CD Central?
No.
Okay. I went, and it was slim pickings on some stuff, but I'm a big fan of Elizabeth that works there. She always takes care of me. She's like, yeah, we got the new owners doing their thing. So I'm like, all right, the stock will get better. I'm like, all right, cool. But still, they still do the ordering, the special orders. I will never get tired of walking into a record store. You talking about a record vinyl, and yeah, I will never get tired.
I'm very sad that I missed out on the CD Central era. I like walked in and all I could do was browse because I was in between like moving in and a bunch of new stuff. So I didn't have much spare money. So like it was magic. And then I haven't been to the refurbished, I guess, location.
It's still the same location, but it's like it still has the same vibe. But yeah, the stock is just not what it was with CDs.
Like, and after night, like they'll get there.
They will, yeah. Hopefully, yeah. So
it's tough for like people see it as like a niche hobby thing.
I think it's literally like if you grew up with that or had any kind of connection with that era, that is something that stays with you. And obviously I'm the same, it's not the same, but I grew up in the comic book world where you waited a month to get the next issue.
Yeah.
And now it's like everything's online. Yeah. But I still want that.
At the risk of sounding like a boomer. Everything's gratification, like instant gratification. And like part of the reason that I've made the decision to be like, I think I want to get physical media is like you only have to buy one. Like I'm not paying a subscription to listen to my favorite artist. I'm not giving my artist like 0.002 cents on the dollar per listen when I listen to their music on Spotify. Like I buy the vinyl for like $35, and I made my purchase. It's just between the artists, and we're done.
So back in the day, like I said, there's a huge age, not a huge, the age difference. So our concert ticket prices were 4, 7, 10, 12, whatever.
You want to talk about ticket prices?
Right.
I just bought. I love my girlfriend. I just bought tickets to go see Harry Styles, who was also criticized with the Grammys for like overselling these ticket prices. Tell me why that shit was $300 a pop.
Right. But so that's the thing though. Back in the day, you had albums, and I've preached this, and you all know, I've preached this, that if you will purchase the entire album, physical album, back in the day, that's what you did.
Yeah.
You went to the record store, you got the CD, you got the cassette, you got the vinyl, whatever. That drove your ticket prices down because the album sales generated ticket sales. You don't sell albums now. You're selling songs.
Yeah.
You get 99 cents for this, and who gets what of what? Like you said, a tenth of whatever goes to the artist.
Literally like fractions of a penny.
Yes, it's crazy. Crazy. They said something about there was some band that had been out. Forgive me, I can't remember the name of it, but they finally hit. The album finally hit like platinum status, and it's been like 20 something years, and it's like, whoa, that used to happen in a month back in the day. But that's because physical albums sold finally. Oh yeah, you finally hit this status.
Yeah, I will say it is making a comeback. Like I'm definitely not the only person of my older Gen Z generation.
Listen, my son. We call him Slow Count on the show, but you know him as Zach. He's been here every time. He's a big Billy Idol fan. So Billy Idol's new album, newer album, came out last year, 2025. And I bought that was the first vinyl that I bought in, 30 years. And like I said, my old record player is still at Mom's house from back when I was 16, 17, 18 years old. But I bought that vinyl because why not? Yeah. But I also bought the CD to play in the car, and I bought him a CD so he could play it in his room. So I'm a firm believer of the physical copy because it's like you said, there's no subscription, and anytime you want to listen, you listen to it. Now, granted, you can do that on Spotify.
Sure, and like realistically, I'm probably not unsubscribing. My goal
Right.
would be in an ideal world, I would love to just not pay Spotify anymore. However, like we are all the slave to convenience at this point. Like I can't bring my record player to the gym.
Right?
Plus,
Exactly.
they have audiobooks on there too. Even though I did just hit my monthly audiobook limit, and now I want to burn down. Actually, I'm not going to say that on camera. That for legal reasons, that's a joke. I will not be running anything down.
No, I get you. Yeah, I got you.
But I was a little peeved when I heard that you have reached your monthly limit for audiobooks on Spotify. Thanks for coming by.
Wow.
Like yeah, like
So do you
like,
have
you don't
to re-up or what?
I have to wait till March so I can listen to more audiobooks on Spotify. Yeah.
Holy shit!
Or I think I don't know when it re-ups, but it is like basically a month. You get like 30 days worth of time to listen to audiobooks. Yeah.
And how many audiobooks will you be able to get one season?
I have to look back what the number is because I forgot that was a thing until it hit me this morning. So
Okay.
yeah.
So I've gotten into audiobooks too. I was a huge reader, still am. But the old man eyes, you know. So I've gotten into the audio because and I have Audible, so I can put it on in the Jeep as I'm driving home and just I'm zoned out, you know. That's what I pretty much do with music too. I can just put an album on and it just, you know, if I feel like I want to blow some steam, I take an extra back roads, whatever. But yeah, so I'm with you on the audiobooks because with Audible you get a credit every month.
Okay, yeah.
And it's one of those things where every book costs a credit. So if I have to make my books last.
Yeah. Yeah. For me,
So I get you.
Yeah, I like audio. I think I like audiobooks more because one, like it's hard for me to find time to sit down and
Same
read
here.
a physical book.
Same
It's
here.
nice. I enjoy doing it when I can. Doesn't happen very often though. So I do enjoy getting to listen to a book.
So what
while
are
I'm doing other things?
what's your genre? What are you?
Kind of all over the place. I've been going through the Heated Rivalry series. I don't know if you've heard much about what's on here.
Okay.
It is okay. Gay hockey, lots of gay doing stuff.
Oh, all right.
But it's also it is a good love story too.
Oh, okay.
There's
All right.
of course the thing, but like, and then like it's the whole craze too with the show that came out. It was HBO Max.
Oh,
Yeah, with the Connor story.
yes, yeah. The
Yeah.
name it's escaping me right now. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. Okay. Okay.
Highly recommend if you don't take the time to listen to the audiobook. I don't blame you because the accents. Like I've seen the guy that does the voices and reads through the like games, the first one, Game Changer, and Heated Rivalry. He seems like a great guy. The accents though just take me out of it. But the show is very good, and it is maybe the best like book to show adaptation that I've seen in a while. It's like really holds fast what happens in the book. If there's any changes made, it's usually for the better. Like I don't think there's any changes in there that I could think of that were took away from the story. It's just really good, and it's just like a really good love story. Like it's these two guys that are like end up like they get pitted as like rival hockey players who are like the two best.
But then
They start falling.
Yeah.
They start hooking up, and then they are both just like individually like, like, I actually do like this person. No,
All right.
It'd be great if we could just hate each other.
Okay.
But it is a good love story.
Okay.
But it's been that or Lord of the Rings. So
Yeah. So, all right, we're getting ready to come back in the theaters
Oh really?
for the 30th anniversary.
I will do that. And
Yes.
very drunk.
Yeah, dude, so seeing it the first time in the theater, and of course I had to buy the extended versions when they came out on DVD with an extra 45 minutes added, because Lord of the Rings was my junior high. That was D&D, the whole Lord of the Rings. Then you have, like I said, you were a D&D fan back in the 80s, you had the novels that were called Greyhawk Adventures, which had each novel had a different character. There were two that were centered around like it was called Gordon Thief, and I think you had like several just come out through the series, and Lord of the Rings started it for me, and then getting to see that on the big screen was like,
I can't imagine. I'm so excited. I'm so glad you told me.
Yeah, I'm not sure when they start, but it's coming up soon.
I'll keep an eye out.
So, and they're actually going to have like special buckets. It's like yeah.
I got to put some money back.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, Sam, man, I want to appreciate. I want to thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Always, dude. Anytime, man. Like, I love talking to you.
And it's always like, there's not too many people I can talk about music in the same way. I've got a couple. One friend in particular I can think of. Shout out to Adrian.
I appreciate that, man.
It's great.
I appreciate that, dude. It was like we first coming in here and getting to know you and talking to you about music. It's like you were one of the ones that actually kind of like made me want to come down to Jack Brown. So
that a lot, yeah.
There was you, of course. Andrew Horn was a regular here.
See him.
But yeah, he's talking to you. Sean, meeting Sean.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys were the ones that kind of like, okay, this is my kind of place, man. So
It's a good regular bar.
It's a really good regular bar, bro. Thank you so much, Sam. I appreciate you.
Man. I appreciate it. So good to see you.
That'll be awesome. Always good to see you, man. All right, so we got joined by Sam, El Gringo,
El
Camino. Sorry, El Camino. El Camino. My bad. Scratch that last one. El Camino joining us. Sam, always good, buddy. So we're gonna wrap this episode up tonight, and we will see you later.